For just the 6th time in franchise history, the Panthers are matched up against the Texans. Houston looks to tie the series with the win on Thursday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, it's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Texans ready to take over here on offense, and it's Deshaun Watson at the controls in his 5th season now in the NFL.
Another tremendous year in 2020 where he led the NFL with 4,823 passing yards. And remember, that was in a year after DeAndre Hopkins was traded to Arizona.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Now Watson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
He's going to go deep for Conley. They've got his man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And that one spanning an even 65 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run with Lindsay. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Brevin Jordan with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point attempt to come here. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. from the 6. And he returns this to the 22. The Panther offense ready to go for their first possession. And at the helm, you see him in his first year in Carolina after 3 with the Jets. It's Sam Darnold.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
A first down throw, Darnold. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 55 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. But he was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Now it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. On fourth down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're... This is the weekend. On first down, it's Watson. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Back to throw, Watson. Caught here by Conley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And Deshaun Watson, and when you think about the toughest quarterbacks in the league to game plan against, he's got to be in your top 5, does he not?
And when you talk about game planning, putting him in the top 5, that's an easy call because he can make every throw. That's not an issue at all. He has great touch delivering the football. But that mobility, that added dimension, when he escapes the pocket and those receivers find their way open, short, medium, and long, he finds the right guy. Last but not least, his toughness. He can stand in the pocket, take a hit, and deliver.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. To the air yet again, Watson. He's got the hook up with Conley. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 16. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. A shotgun snap for Watson. Touchdown, Texans! Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Texans will add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Let's chat, CD, about this Carolina team as they bring their offense back out. They do have Christian McCaffrey back. Remember, he was limited to 3 games last year with injury. They have a new quarterback named Sam Darnold. And, oh, by the way, week 1, they will face the Jets, who traded Sam Darnold to Carolina. So that's an interesting matchup.
Yeah, the only way that gets better is if that game was in New York and New Jersey. Right? If that game was back there against the Jets on the road, then it'd be absolutely perfect. But if you're Sam Darnold, what a fresh start. How about being able to throw to DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson
under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Christian Kirksey leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Well, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised him and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
To try again after the sack, Darnold. And he will find the rookie from LSU, Terrace Marshall. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now Darnold. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A gain of 32 that time.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Darnold. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Andre Roberts now to return it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean 1st half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect. See the ball thrown and thrown.
A handoff, Lindsey running left. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Let go.
2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Now, he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path. A significant number.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Akins. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half. Again, it's Watson. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Watson. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down. And this one is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a nice kick there as they were able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On 1st down, it's Darnold. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Well, CD, something that we've done for a number of years as the season gets going is we get predictions on each side. Let's start with the AFC. Who do you have in 2021 as your division winners?
Well, let's go to the East, and I think Buffalo repeats, although New England, they got better in the offseason, and despite starting a rookie quarterback in Matt Jones, I think they'll make a nice run with the Buffalo Bills this year. In the North, what a battle you have there. 3-way. Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Baltimore. I like Baltimore to still win the division, but Cleveland will be right there, and Pittsburgh will make a run at the playoffs. In the South, I think it's Tennessee's division to lose. Indianapolis had a number of injuries in the offseason, and Jacksonville and Houston, they're trying to get there. And then out west, it's still Kansas City, but I love what the Los Angeles Chargers have done in the offseason.
All right, CD. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with only 9 seconds remaining, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Watson, off play action. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Boy, you better talk to your boy, have him protected.
So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon.
And we will skip the highlight show this week, get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
One of the best of the early games, we'll highlight it there. The Giants in for a stern test at home at MetLife Stadium, as they'll be forced to reckon with the Atlanta Falcons.
The Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney merciless. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. To return is Roberts. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Texans to take over. They fell last week to Cleveland, but they're on top here as they start. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Watson. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Jeremy Chin there defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
I thought that Brandon Cooks took over the #1 role for the Texans after DeAndre Hopkins was shipped to Arizona, and he wound up with a team-leading 81 catches in 2020, his most since 2015.
On first down, it's Lindsey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Another run by Lindsey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 3 yards out. And the Texans will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Terrace Marshall, a big, rangy receiver and part of LSU's national championship team of 2019, makes a nice catch there for a first down. He was the first offensive player selected by Matt Rule, the head coach of the Panthers. Remember, they went all defense in 2020 and took J.C. Horn with their first-round pick this year.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston, it's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. Darnold on first down, and he's got the hook up to Moore. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Darnold. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Darnold to Marshall there. First down, Panthers. Darnold's throw on the money to Anderson. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Darnold completes it. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Darnold now to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. On second and very short, Darnold. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Here's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Arnold. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a first down here. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Now it's Darnold. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. The fourth quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. A 10-play drive that time. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when you score on special teams.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And he hits the uppercut. It caroms in anyway. With plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over in the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner. Except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
So Sam Darnold in the offense. Down by 13. A little under a minute 50 remaining. Their perfect start to the season in serious peril as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Darnold finds the open target, Arnold. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Marshall. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Darnold. He finds his man complete. That's Arnold. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Darnold. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Darnold to throw. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Houston, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a